All right, so I wanted to make some energy bites just because they're good, quick go-to on the daily basis, but they're also good to have while in labor for energy and food because it's got peanut butter and honey in it. So I'm doubling mine because we go through a lot of them when I make them, but typically you'd use 1 cup of oats for a single batch, so I'm using 2 cups, and I just use organic whole oats, regular oats. And then 2/3 cup of coconut flakes, but again, like I said, I'm doubling this, so it's gonna be 1 1/3 cup of coconut flakes. You wanna make sure when you're buying your coconut flakes that you double check them, because what I've noticed is if you get the ones that are sweetened, they actually have like a ton of chemicals in them. They have like propylene glycol and whatnot. So I typically order them in bulk, but I was out and I went to the local store and they had organic unsweetened. So that's what I would recommend getting if you have the choice. And then 1/2 cup of peanut butter, and I hate measuring peanut butter, so I am just going to, it's about, like I said, I'm doubling it, so there's about 1 cup left in here. So I'm just pouring it in, and if you have extra peanut butter, that's always a plus, right? I already ground up the flaxseed. I have whole flaxseed, you can get it ground, but if you don't have ground, you just take your whole flaxseed, which is important to grind them up so you get the nutrition from the flaxseed. But you're gonna want 1/2 cup of flaxseed, so I already did the 1/2 cup so you didn't have to listen to the blender going. I have 1 cup in mine since it's doubled, and I will post the full recipe afterwards. And then we need 1 cup, well, it's 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, and I use the mini unsweetened chocolate chips. And so you're gonna want 1/2 cup for a regular batch, and then I'm doing a whole cup. Well, I'm not actually even gonna do, if you don't want chocolate chips, you can do, what should I call it, raisins are another good one, but we don't put a lot of chocolate chips in a lot of things, so I'm gonna do about 3/4 cup, so I'm not doubling it quite as much because I don't feel like we need that many chocolate chips in there. And then 1/3 cup of honey, so I need 2/3 cup of honey, and our honey is actually like not pasteurized or whatever you want to call it, not heated, so it's a little bit like thicker than your store-bought honey. But we'll need 2/3 cup of that. I actually just had a friend ask me, her honey smelled like vinegar, or like apple cider vinegar or something. It smelled fermented, or it ended up being, when she Googled it, it was fermenting. I didn't know honey could ferment. I do know honey shouldn't ever go bad. Like, similar to essential oils, honey has actually been found in tombs and whatnot, and it's still good. Like, it's kind of one of those liquid gold things that doesn't ever go bad. Now, a couple things I add that not everybody adds is chia seeds. So you're gonna want a tablespoon, or for me, 2. Chia seeds are a good source of a lot of different things. It's got fiber in there and protein. And then vanilla. So I'm doing 2 teaspoons of vanilla, but the regular recipe, like I said, half of it calls for just one is 1 teaspoon. And then I put in protein powder. I like to use the protein powder, but I don't have any left, so I'm using Balance Complete, which is a vanilla flavored. And I'm just gonna add a scoop of it just to have a little extra good stuff in there. And then you can add oils, like I add cinnamon sometimes to mine, or clove, or nutmeg, any of the spice ones. And so I'm probably just gonna add cinnamon and clove. And you don't need a lot, just a drop or 2. but these add some additional flavor and antioxidants. And then you mix it up. It's super simple to make. And this is all the ingredients here ready to go. And it's raw, so you don't have to cook it or anything like that, but you mix it up good. Then you roll it into balls, about 1-inch balls, or if you have one of those fancy Pampered Chef scoopers, you can do one of those ice cream scoopers from Pampered Chef that way. But I end up rolling them into balls so that they're nice and tight, and then and they don't fall apart as easy. And then put them in the freezer on a cookie sheet, let them freeze for a few hours or overnight. And then in the morning, you can throw them into a baggie and grab them on the go. This is perfect for like before workouts. If you're in a hurry, it's a good for an afternoon snack for the kids because it's, you know, got the protein in it. Plus it's got like the honey and the peanut butter and all the things that are going to help hold them over to the next meal and still be full. I mean, they taste good and they're full of good, you know, healthy ingredients. So if you have questions, ask below. Otherwise, I will post the full recipe on here. And like I said, I doubled mine just because we go through a lot of them. Sometimes I triple them. But tonight I just didn't want to roll that many balls out. So there you have it.